Warning, this is a podcast to inform, challenge, and bring light to different perspectives, not to bash or shame. Comments and opinions are welcome. Enjoy.
I love rap music, but I must admit, rap music has been very detrimental to the black community. Think about it. We celebrate murderous, hypersexual, and criminal behavior through rap songs and then get mad when we are treated like criminals by law enforcement. To me, black lives only seem to matter when there's a white cop behind the trigger. We riot, loot, burn, and protest behind police brutality, but outright refuse to do the same behind gang violence, drug dealing, and rap music. I am convinced through the reoccurring death of so many rappers that God hates rap music. Do you agree? Well, put the kids to bed and let's talk about it.
Song with J. Cole too. Song with this ghetto gospel like it's black. Oi. I'm from the streets of no knowledge. Kids down with books in their hands, ain't no college. Niggas sliming out their best friends they thought was solid for less than a wallet. They feminizing our kings, rappers wearing nail polish just to make they sales rising. I thought you was a man, I thought you was a leader in this world against the clan. I guess you just another monkey with a switch in your hand. Let me hand you a banana so you can kill your best friend. Could've been your best man, nigga look just like you. But because you rep another hood, the nigga wanna fight you. Could've made a team and won a ring when Pippen met Michael. But we hate our own brothers, it's a never-ending cycle. We kill our own stars, we rather see a nigga catch a bustin' on cars. It's hard to love success when you struggle so hard. Imagine doing 40 years behind them cold bars. You completely innocent, but just was at the wrong park. Guilty by your skin. Couldn't find the suspect, all of a sudden you his twin. I only seen the pastors and the hustlers drive Benz. While everybody else high on hope, trying to win. I'm my bro, nigga, not my friend. Outside trusting and I died in. Mama on coke, ain't chucking no flow with it, ain't no soap in the whole kitchen. Then it ain't broken, it wasn't no show. Why you think the little boy think that's a grown man? Can't even spell, but he wanna spin. In this direction where my people in. Fucking keep rapping about diamonds and hen. Fucking keep rapping about murders and sin. Fucking keep rapping about scamming again. Better hope I don't catch you, my friend.
I'm your host, The Rebuttal. Welcome to the podcast, Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk. This is a podcast built to inform, challenge, and bring light to many different perspectives. So before we get started, make sure you're comfortable, ready to listen. Don't forget your snack, kick back, and let's talk. Today's topic, does God hate rap music? This topic was inspired by two things: the reoccurring death of rappers, along with the internet personality Charleston White. Now, many people dislike Charleston White's antics, but I must say there are a lot of things he says that I agree with. As a black man in the United States of America, I have to call a spade a spade. When I take a step back and look at the fruits of rap culture, I must say it is demonic, destructive, and promotes backward living. Now, you may say I'm being harsh, but if you look at the condition of Chicago and what drill music has done to the neighborhoods over there, I don't see how any intelligent person could disagree. I mean, just look at all the rappers from there whose life was cut short due to gang violence and rap music. They even have gangs that are named after rap groups and record labels. Look at the death of King Von and FBG Duck. Young black men who had reached a point of what some would call successful, just to have their life taken, leaving kids, family, and friends behind to grieve. Rap culture, along with gang culture, breeds a society where single mothers and single parents are burying their kids instead of the other way around. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the Bible and see what it says about trees that produce a certain kind of fruit. Let's go to Matthew 7th chapter, verses 15 through 23. It reads, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them." Again, this is Matthew 7th chapter, verses 15 through 23. So with that being said, look at rap as the tree and rappers and our youth as the fruits. What good have you seen from these so-called rappers and record labels? Like, do you see what's going on with P. Diddy and the many other allegations made against these so-called rap icons? Trippy, ain't it? Let's take a call to further discuss this topic. Welcome to the podcast, Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk. Got a special guest with me today. Introduce yourself to the grown folks in the chat, man.
What's up, everybody? My name is Michael Gibson, owner, operator of Gibson's Lawn Service, and I'm just ready for some real talk.
Let's go. So today's subject is, does God hate rap music? Strong title, right? It was inspired by Charleston White. Have you heard of him?
Okay. Yeah, I watched a lot of his interviews, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he be going in, saying some crazy stuff, but it be making sense to me sometimes, Sometimes.
Yeah, he do. He do say some controversial stuff, but some of the stuff he do be speaking logic,
Yeah,
so we'll say that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit you with a few questions, man, and get us into the subject. What is your religious stance?
My religious stance, I'm a Christian. I believe Jesus Christ died for the sins of the world. So I pretty much a lot of my views gonna be Bible based. So that's really where my point of view is gonna come from.
Okay. How long have you been a Christian?
I grew up in the Christian faith since I can remember, but I didn't take Jesus Christ serious until I want to say until I was around maybe 19 to 20. That's when I really was able to kind of start studying the word for myself and building that personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
That's what's up.
I'm 34 now, by the way, so you can kind of do the math on that.
So
I don't know everything, but I'm still, I'm still a student.
Okay. Look, hey. Does your religion dictate what type of music you listen to?
It don't, but at the same time, you want to be mindful of what you putting into your ears.
Okay.
So I would say like I'm not gonna say the generation of music. Music, in my eyes, music is a tool to kind of glorify God, and at the same time, it can kind of put you in the mood. Like you can put something on for you and your wife or girlfriend, set the tone. But at the same time, that music can be dangerous, where to put something in your mind to go harm somebody.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how much you went to rap and stuff like that, but do you think it's a difference between like hip hop and rap music, or do you put it like in the same box?
Well, you can kind of put it all in the same box, but it's kind of not, because you have. I'm not really big into rap music anymore, because I like to listen to like stuff that can help me grow better as a person, like podcasts, and I listen to interviews and things like that. Yeah. But when it comes down to hip hop and rap, like you have conscious rap that'll motivate you to become something. It'll motivate you to do better. And then, you got rap that's about, sex, murder, and drugs, So I don't throw them all in, hey, this is all hip hop. you know, it is in a sense all hip hop, but some of it is kind of, I hate to say it, some of it is kind of detriment to what you're listening to. Like some of it is like it's all hip hop, but it's kind of what you pick and choose on what you want to call hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I kind of look at the gangster music as kind of like drill music, like drill rap. So I just don't say the drill rap. Oh yeah, that's hip hop. To me, that's drill rap or drill music.
And why don't you personally like drill or gangster music?
Oh, okay. Well, for me, like I say, everything gonna be Bible based. It's a verse I like to. It's a verse I'm not gonna say I live by, but like Ecclesiastes 7:5, it say it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. So you got once you start listening to those lyrics on how this person would do somebody's daughter or this person would harm another man, like how can I drive down the street listening to that? If I'm running my own business, how is that song helping me move my business forward? If anything, it's putting evil thoughts on my mind. Well, man, this guy didn't pay me last week, and I got this song blasted. Let me go approach him about that. Versus, hey, man, if you're keeping a clear mind, let me send this guy an email. Hey, you late on your pay. You see what I'm saying? It'll kind of influence you in a certain way. And I can give another example. Like, let's say you and your wife has gotten into an argument, and you could be the breadwinner for your family. I'm the breadwinner for my family. Okay. And if I'm playing a song that's glorifying me and putting the woman down, I'm saying to myself, man, I don't need her. I'm making the money. I'm the man, and the music will pump you up to, you'll start treating her a certain kind of way. I know the music will have an influence on me like that. Cause I remember as a teenager, certain songs would have influences on me like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you, do you have you seen rap music affect people around you, like change people?
The culture, the hip hop culture, I've seen it affect people around me. And what I mean by that is I've seen people grow up in a loving home, mother and father, but and I've seen a son grow up in a loving house with a mother and a father, a vehicle at 16, and money in his pocket. But when I see him away from his parents, he's in the hood. He's blasting the rap music. He got gold chains on, his pants sagging. And knowing him personally of what he always put in his mind and watched, I believe the rap music had a big influence on him. And then you fast forward 20 years later, that guy's still living that same lifestyle. But it's kind of like, to me, that person wanted to live the life of a rapper. Carry big wads of cash on them, but why do we need to carry all this cash when we got debit cards or credit cards? So to me, it's the culture the culture does influence the youth. I really do believe that.
And do you so would you look at it like a person that's looking up to a rapper are still listening to like gangster rap and drill rap? Do you feel like it keep them from growing as a man or as a person?
If they have a favorite rapper, and I don't want to call no names, if they have a favorite rapper they listen to at 18, 20, 22, 24, if they favorite rapper don't grow and evolve, then they will stay that same person that they was 18, 20, 22, because they're going to be listening to the same thing that's keeping them in that same mindset. Like, why am I still listening to I'm 18, I'm listening to how to pack and sell dope. I'm 26, still listening to this. At some point, I want to go pack and sell dope. I've been listening to this 5 years, and I want to do it now. Yeah. And once you put yourself in that position, I'm packing and selling dope. You want to listen to more stuff that's going to teach you how to become the plug. I want to just pack it. I want to become the plug. So I do believe that people can say, "Oh man, that's just being weak-minded." Nah. I really feel like music will influence a person. And I say that because when I started my business years ago, I kind of stopped listening to music and I started listening to other business owners or how they operate and run their business. And I kind of in the same started operating and running my business, how those business owners do it, and I became better. Versus if I'm still riding around in the truck listening to rap music, how am I growing? How am I growing my business? Riding around listening to the sex, money, murder. It's not. That's not gonna work. You know. So you got to be conscious on what you put in your mind.
That's true, man. I can't speak against that part because your mood can get impacted so quick by music. Like you just
yeah, it can.
And some people might go farther than others with it, but it's like it's still planting seeds to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know, it's a hard thing. You know, do you think the black community would be better off if rap music didn't exist?
Well, now I will say, rap music has changed some people's lives and families for the better. So, I mean, in a sense, it helped that person, but you still feed me. Like, I'm gonna give you an example of. I remember watching this music video of two well-known Atlanta rappers, and they well past the ghetto in the projects. They live in mansions.
Yeah.
When it's time for them to go shoot their music video, they go back to the projects, shoot their music video in the projects. But both of these rappers have daughters. They will not let their daughters date a guy from this community. So the rap music helped them out and put their family in a better position. But the guys in the projects, they just bobbing their head to us, still doing the same thing. So it's kind of like it's a gift and a curse in a sense.
So would you look at it like they exploiting where they came from?
Oh, most definitely. They exploit because they don't never shoot their music videos in the gated community that they live in. We'll say that again. They don't never shoot their music videos with the guns, the cars in their gated community. They go back to the projects and the streets they grew up on to shoot their music videos.
Okay. Do you think the rise in rappers being killed over the last few years is a sign from God?
Well, I don't think it's a sign from God because you always have had murder and killing. It's just now this is a social media generation. Everybody is hearing about it. Like versus like when we was growing up, you know, we didn't have social media. It was local rappers trying to make it that died. Like the guy in Atlanta don't know about the guy in Moss Point that was trying to come up rapping and died. But social media today, the guy in Atlanta will be kind of liking the local rapper in Moss Point music. Oh man, he died, you know. But I think it's the same amount of killing. It's just the music. The music is really making people willing to kill you quicker. I feel though, because of the younger generation.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I think social media and us finding our news a lot quicker do play a part in the feeling of making it seem like, but I still think it's more rappers dying in this generation than it was when I was younger. As in like top tier rappers like Young Dolph, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? King Von. A lot of bigger names. Like that wasn't really common. Like Tupac and Biggie death was so eerie or so like looked at as major because they were like top artists at the time too.
They was yeah. But let me ask you, do you feel as though, like you said, those names, Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph, you know, like a lot of people listen to their music and I've heard a lot of people say that they was motivated by Young Dolph's music. I've heard a lot of people say that, man, listening to that man music made me kind of get on my grind and get to it.
Yeah.
But do you feel as though, like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was until after he died.
Yeah.
Do you think if we didn't have social media, we would know who Nipsey Hussle was?
Yeah, I knew who Nipsey Hussle was before social media. You already knew. Yeah, okay, I wasn't a fan of his music until he dropped his last album, to be honest. But I knew him as a person, as in like a gang member, being from California, looking like Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
I learned about him through a movie that he did with Ving Rhames and Gilly the Kid. That's how I got
really?
introduced to him. Yeah, he was like in jail that was fighting and stuff. It was a cool little movie. And I just liked his
man.
swag, you know, like I feel like he had so much respect. Like the same way Young Dolph had respect in his neighborhood and could come around and be around. Nipsey had that too. So I wouldn't say I was a fan of his music or nothing like that, but I just liked his movement. Yeah, I liked his movement. When he got killed, I ain't see it coming.
Oh, okay. Now see, I'm gonna have to go back and kind of do my little homework on him and watch that movie. But like honestly, if it wasn't for social media, now that the person's gone, they got all these motivational clips. It wasn't, like I say, if it wasn't for social media, I would have never knew who a Nipsey Hussle was. I would have knew who a Young Dolph was because, guys you be around and guys you work around here and there would play his music. Oh, man, who is that? Oh, man, that's Dolph, And that's, who is Dolph? But a Nipsey, if it wasn't for social media, I would have never known who he was. But, hearing the way he talked and the way he carried himself, like, that was positive. Now, I'm going to be honest. I've never heard a Nipsey Hussle song except for All My Life, Grinding All My Life. But I don't know what his music promoted. I'm gonna say that because
it was killing and stuff. He was a game member. He was banging.
Right.
I ain't just gonna say his music was positive, but he was switching to a more positive note though. Like
right, and I did hear that. Yeah. I did hear that he was switching. And see, like, and going back to, like, that was his environment he grew up in, was being a gang member. Now, I do believe if you would have gave him more time, he probably would have switched his lyrics up to something more positive.
Yeah, on that last album he was talking against, like, I ain't gonna say against gangs, but he was talking like you basically just crashing out, for no reason.
Right.
Killing your own people, killing your own kind.
Killing your own people. Right. See, that's good, man. That's good. He was trying to make that change. Yeah. That's good.
And he was like a young, like how we know Young Dolph and Lil Boosie and people like that. That's who he was to California. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got it now.
Yeah, but he ain't have all them hits and stuff, but he was still doing his thing though. He did some stuff. Yeah.
If he'd have been alive, you think he would have been kind of like like you said, how Boosie was to the South? Do you think he would have been that to California? If he would have lived a little longer.
To me, he already is that. Like he is. Okay. I feel like he had way. I think I don't know for sure, but it seemed like he was on his way to being a billionaire, the way he had it.
Okay.
But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He was more like he was going to be like a mogul or an icon. He wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't think he was like into rap as hard, but that last album was hard though. I ain't gonna lie, I think he was about to blow. I think he was about to like cross over into that major status. Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Man.
Dude. Okay. Next question. Do you believe most rappers will go to hell?
Do I believe most rappers will go to hell? Well, and like I say, we're going back to biblical principles on how the Bible view these things.
Mm-hmm.
You say, do I believe most rappers will go to hell? You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. Now, how can I say let's say I'm a drug dealer, right? And I don't have no other skills but to sell drugs.
Yeah.
I here selling drugs to feed my family, but quietly I have a relationship with Jesus Christ. I'm praying every morning. I'm studying my Bible. I'm trying to lead people to Christ. God will show me, man, listen, what you're doing is wrong. How can you say you have a relationship with me? How can you say you love me, but you can't stop feeding this poison?
Mm.
Now, if you really a child of mine, you would let all this stuff go and serve me. So it's like you can't be Clark Kent during the day and Superman at night. You have to pick. That's why the Bible says you can't be hot. You can't be lukewarm. You either got to be hot, you got to be cold. The Bible also says, choose ye this day who you go serve, because you cannot serve two masters. And I'm going to say this as well with that. It's like when you see these rappers they promote all this killing and violence, and then when they win an award, they say, "I want to thank God." God don't bless you for wickedness; the devil does. And I think people got that confused on when it, because the devil do bless people. I don't know if people know that the devil is into the, you worship and serve the devil, he gonna bless you, just like if you worship and serve God, God will bless you. So do I feel as though a rapper is going to hell? If that rapper have not repented of his sins and accepted Jesus Christ as his Savior, yeah, that rapper going to hell. And that could be any person going to hell. And again, you're asking a Christian believer on how I see the world. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Right. So do I believe a rapper going to hell? I believe a rapper that's not born again is going to hell.
Yeah, and most likely.
Most likely. Like, and I'm gonna probably catch some flack for saying this, but a lot of rappers that die, everybody, oh man, they in heaven. Like, how could you live like that and spit that much evil out of your mouth and kill all these people in heaven? Now, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
A lot of them say they know they going to hell. That's what'd be crazy.
And that is what be crazy. And then, bro, you would still have a 12, 13, 14-year-old blasting this stuff in his ears. Like, I remember, man, I remember, I'm going to tell you what's funny. Like, growing up in the church, you would see people fake a lifestyle for their parents, but when they get around their other friends, their true selves come out.
Yeah.
And I remember this like it was yesterday. It was a New Year's party at church. I had jumped in the car with a few friends. We had left the New Year's party at church, jumped in the car with a few friends, and this guy had put on that Notorious B.I.G. song, F It, I Want to Go to Hell. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. When I die, I want to go to something like that. Yeah.
Right. And now I'm sitting in the back seat, bro. I'm saying, man, we can't be this far off, because we leave hearing the preaching, but we listening to the song. Now, how could a man bob his head to that when this man on the song telling you he want to go to hell? How can we sit in the car and, you know what I'm saying, bump our head back and forth after we just got done hearing the truth? So around that time, bro, I kind of started distancing myself from a lot of people, because I just never wanted to be a fake person, and I couldn't fake it. And I knew, man, I said, man, one day, man, I'm gonna have to answer for all this, So that music, man, again, it has a big impact. I mean, of all the songs that guy could have played that night, he wanted to play that one. And had it on repeat. Yeah. So, man, it's crazy, man.
And so you feel like when rappers say they want to thank God, they really should just be real and thank the devil?
Well, to me, their God is the devil. So, in a sense, they right, I want to thank God, but you need to specify who you really talking about. But yeah, you do need to say, man, I want to thank the devil for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, might as well, might as well.
You might as well, man, I mean, because you have a known rapper that died maybe a few years ago, and according to the FBI, this guy really killed like 5 or 6 people, and he rapped about killing
King Von.
Yeah, he rapped about killing. Yeah, he rapped about killing all these people, but all of his fans, oh, that man in heaven, he in heaven, But I don't know. But this is my opinion. Again, people can believe what they want. It's just my opinion.
Nah, I think, to me, rap music, I love rap music. I love hip hop. I'm a big rap music hip hop fan. Yeah. But I can't be a hypocrite and say that it ain't destructive, that it ain't right. It ain't too much positive love in it, Right. The money that the rappers get don't even mean nothing, because they die so fast, and they sacrifice so many people on their road to riches,
They do.
Yeah. Whether they do it themselves or just the kids that they lead down the wrong road, they got a lot of blood on their hands if you a Christian and believe in, So
yeah.
It is what it is, I can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I just don't know how those guys, bro, how do they how do they sleep at night? Like, yeah, you made it, but everybody that, you know, along your path, bro, like you say, it's so much blood on your hands. Like, bro, I don't know if, I mean, since we're saying names, I don't know if, like, NBA YoungBoy really killed all them people he talk about, but I just know it's a lot of people around him died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember watching the interview with him, and the guy was saying, yeah, man, you got, I don't know how many kids he got. And he was like, man, I ain't with that, you know, father stuff. You got 12 kids. And the guy was asking about what it's like being a father to 12. It was something. And he was just like, man, I ain't with that father stuff, you know. At some point, I kind of feel as though you kind of lose yourself in all of the money and all the death. You kind of numb to life, you know. But everybody is so drawn to them. All the women are so drawn to the money. Oh, I want to have your baby. You know, I can get child support, or we can be together just for the money. Because this guy working at McDonald's, you wouldn't be doing all this, you know. And it's so much that come with this rap stuff, you know. It's so much that I don't think people see how their future will be impacted. Like, if that guy's still around in 15 to 20 years, imagine what his kids is going to be saying about him in interviews. Oh, man, he wasn't, you know, he never do nothing for me. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's destructive. It is.
And, you know, NBA YoungBoy, I'm not going to lie, I like his music, but his music is very, very demonic. You know, I can't even lie.
Yeah.
And he very talented though. I don't even know if he believe in God. I think he might worship the devil, but he got a lot of potential to, if he changed his ways, I think a lot of kids would change with him. I don't know though. Maybe not now. He didn't made it so far.
I don't think they would.
Yeah,
I don't think they would, bro, because right. And if you see a lot of the way that people take pictures now, like I know a picture that's popular, because I've seen my own nieces and nephews do it, you know. Like you'll be in the gas station and you'll be pointing at the camera with your finger like you got a gun in your hand.
Yeah.
If maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of think he made that kind of popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know, but I know around his music era is when everybody kind of started doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like NBA YoungBoy can change tomorrow and be a pastor. The culture gonna go on because we had already turned this curve of this sound. Because he brought from my understanding, he brought a new sound when he kind of came out.
In a way, he did.
In a way, he did. I'm not big on hip hop. I just only know what I pick up crumbs and pieces here and there. But I remember what's this other guy that's in jail from Memphis? I forgot his name. He was in all his lyrics. He talked a lot about killing and shooting people. I forgot his name.
Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah. I mean, because that's when everybody kind of started wearing the Shiesty mask. Am I wrong?
That's crazy. The Shiesty mask is crazy.
The Shiesty mask. Now, because see, you know, and they wearing this stuff in the summer.
Yeah,
the black mask in the summer.
Man, that's wild to me.
You see how much of an impact that young man had. And look where he's at. He's in prison. But everybody is waiting for him to come out and drop out.
Yeah, he got a little wild, but I think it stuck, I think, because it was like COVID time too. So people was already wearing masks. But like to me, I'm like, bro, that's an easy reason for the police to pop you. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like that's an easy reason for them to do something to you. But I haven't heard anything come out about somebody having a misfortunate accident because they had a mask on, you know. I haven't heard nothing about it.
Yeah, me either.
But that was my first thought. Like, y'all just wearing like that make me feel away when you just got a mask on around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
you know. Yeah, and it was crazy, man. Like when he kind of started coming out, I was working in the shipyard, and it was so many young guys wearing the mask. And I remember, bro, I worked around this guy for 6 months. The season had changed from kind of winter to summer. Yeah. This man never took his mask off, and I never seen this guy's face. To this day, I don't know. We talked every day.
Yeah.
I don't know what he look like, bro. We talked every day, chopped it up. You know, he'll take his little glasses off. But I never I never know that man that 6 months later. Because of the man. And I used to ask him, I said, bro, why you wearing that man? He's like, man, my favorite rapper wear it all the time.
Yeah, that's
You know?
wild.
Yeah, that's
That's
wild, man.
wild.
That impact. That impact. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think, though, bro, I think some of them, because I watched this interview about a rapper. It's two sides. Now, I don't know if you fine with saying these rappers' names.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I'll
I'm
watch.
cool with all that.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, now it's this young Christian rapper. His name D1. Right now, you have a rapper. Now he said he was a middle school teacher. And he taught Fredo Bang, a guy named G Money, and he knew
Okay.
NBA YoungBoy. Now I don't know if
Okay.
you ever heard of D1. You ever heard of him, or you never heard of him?
I haven't heard. I know who Fredo Bang them and G Money is and stuff.
Okay, well, you can look him up. He's a real positive guy, and I'm gonna give you a little backstory on him if I tell the story. Well, anyway, Rick Ross and what's the other? Meek Mill had just dropped their new singles. He was like, y'all, look, we can do better, man. We still talking about killing people, and
Yeah.
everybody had kind of got on him. Oh man, you just want attention. But anyway, back to the story. Well, anyway, with D1, he was a middle school teacher, and he taught Fredo Bang, G Money, and he knew who NBA YoungBoy was. Well, anyway, all of them kind of started blowing up around the same time. It was NBA YoungBoy, and Fredo Bang was in prison, and then it was G Money.
Yeah.
Okay, now it was a beef going on between NBA YoungBoy and G Money because G Money supposed to slept with NBA YoungBoy's sister. Whatever.
Yeah.
As time went on, they both kept making diss tracks about one another. With D1, he knew G Money, and he said before G Money got killed, he talked to him. He's like, "Look, man," he said, "Bro, I just kind of want to get out of the city." He said, "Man, people still want me to rap about this negative stuff, man, but I'm just kind of over it, bro. I'm just tired of talking about it. You know, I'm tired of rapping about it. This ain't me. But you done created this persona that this is you."
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you wasn't a gangster, you wasn't really in the streets, but you tired of it now. You want to change, but your fans ain't letting you change. And in the midst of that, you died. Now, to the fans' mind, man, he went out like a G. He was real.
Yeah.
But the guy D1, last time talking to him, the man was saying, "Bro, I'm just tired of it, man. I want to change the scenery." See, that's the side nobody really talk about because, like I say, one person, you know, I don't want to live this life no more. I made my money out for it. I done led all these people down the wrong way. I want to change, but it's like you done strapped yourself to the front of a freight train and you can't stop it. That's how detriment this music can get. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. You know, that's how I see it.
Nah, man, the older you get, if you allow yourself to grow and mature, especially having kids, you don't want certain things for your kids.
Right.
And
right.
And then it's so wild that the even the radio station, like listening to the radio station have the wildest songs on the, like it don't even, if you listening to like a black rap, you know, radio station, like the stuff they play, it don't even, like they not cussing, but they still talking about, you know, giving head and all types of stuff. You know, you like, man, this is wild. And, you know, you become a little more conscious because you got a little one. But some people don't care. And I get it because you know, we from a city that's kind of tough. You know.
Yeah.
And I get it. You can get sucked up into beefs or things like that. Or people trying to do something to you and you have to defend yourself. Or it's just like, you know, just the mood or the energy of the city kind of like mess with your mood. So I get it. I get it to a certain extent, but it's like once you able to get away from that, get you a little house, get you a little money, you know, you set up a little family and you kind of out the hood, it give you time for like all that toxic thinking to kind of like leave from you. You like get a new view of life. Cause I know for me, once I moved out the city, man, and I mean, it still was something in me that made me not want to be a product of my environment though. Because if your heart's still on what you came from, then you will just find it wherever you go, you know. So it was still something that made me want to change. But I mean, and I wasn't deep into nothing, but I don't know, man. I be trying not to be judgmental because I still listen to rap music. I still listen to all the worst to the best, you know, or whatever.
Right. And that's you being honest, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro. See, like, and I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I never ran the streets, you know, or claimed a set or nothing like that. I was just that just wasn't my style. But I remember, like, I would work around a lot of guys that did.
Yeah.
And I remember, man, working around this one guy. He used to claim. I want to say he was I'm not familiar with the gang lingo, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But he said he was I think it's called GD Folk. I don't know if I got that right or not.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's right. Okay, well, that's what he was claiming when he was a teenager, early 20s.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when I met this guy, he was like 27, with a girlfriend, 2 little boys. All right. Okay. Now, another guy we worked with on the job never claimed none of that through school. When he got 23, 24, he wanted to claim GD Folk. And he met the other guy on the job. Let's just call Tom and Bill. Bill was GD Folk from middle school, high school, the early 20s. Then Bill, you know what I'm saying, got a girlfriend, 2 boys. Well, Tom, he started claiming GD Folk 22, 24, and Tom's still on that. Bill, you know, they conversate about the little gang lingo, but Bill like, bro, I ain't with none of that no more, man. I got a family. Because Tom want to go to the club and rep GD Folk, but Bill like, look, bro, that's cool, but, man, I got sons I'm trying to raise. I ain't on that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Tom still is. And their music, the music that they listen to now, Tom's still on the gangster kill stuff, but Bill kind of more on a positive note. Man, hey, man, you know, let me get a little business going. Because, you know, it's positive rappers that rap about that, get your business, take care of your family. And it shows you, man, like how some people grab stuff late in life and run with it in their 30s and 40s, and how some people have been around this their whole life, and when they get in their 20s and had kids, they don't want nothing to do with it no more. And both of these young men have kids, both of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of them like, man, I really live that life, and I don't want nothing to do with it no more. You know.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, you got it. Keep going, man.
No, go ahead, bro. I was done.
All right. Nah, I think that it's crazy because you know, you wanna, when you young, you so impressionable. You know, things just so impressionable. I wouldn't say I was in the streets, but I was around it. Like, next door neighbor, he got all the weed, you know. I'm watching them bust down packs of weed, you know. My uncle was doing his thing a little bit, you know. I even, you know, sold it a little bit. But never on no gangster stuff. But it was like, when I remember being young, and my grandma stayed on the west side.
Okay.
But my mom stayed on the south side. Didn't really get that much love on the west side due to certain things. South side was kind of cooler. It was more laid back. People was cool. I go to a dance. I'm like 12. They say I go to the dance. I don't even know nothing about gangs and stuff yet. I just know that you go to Charlotte Heights, or you go to Creole, or you go to, you know what I'm saying? So I go to the dance, and I'm dancing, you know what I'm saying? And somebody walk up on me and be like, "Hey, where you from?" I say, "Oh, I'm from West." You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they talk about my school. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. I say, "I'm from West." Oh, they was like, "Oh, for real? I'm from K-Town." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's what's up, bro." And I'm like, you know, it ain't registered to me. I don't know what they talking about. So I say about 5-6 minutes later, I'm chilling, and I walk into a crowd, and it just opened up. Like, it just turned into a little circle, like a little bull ring. And I'm still confused, you know, I don't know what's going on, and I just get stole on, just boom.
Oh, man.
I fight back, but I get jumped, you know what I'm saying? And I take off running, bro. I run home because my house was like right down the street. But
Right.
But that's because my mama live on the south side, so I'm at Swelling. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they like,
Oh
I ain't never
yeah, you
seen
was
him
right
man
there.
before. Who it is? So
Right.
I run home and I tell my daddy, he come up there tripping, you know, he's like, who jumped on my son and stuff. But
Right.
that's when it clicked to me like, dang, like people don't like it's different sides, you know, I ain't know.
Mhm.
And then that's
Mhm.
what kind of like shaped me into wanting to be hard or whatever, because I felt like I got wrong, you know. And
Right.
you
Right.
know,
Right.
so, but I never
Man.
was interested in the streets all the way because I just saw how evil it was, bro. I saw people setting up their own homie. I saw people getting jealous. I had a lot of people jealous of me, and
Yeah.
I felt it was like God. I'm real intuitive. I could feel that evil, bro. Like I could feel that. Like I know if I
Yeah.
would have tried to go out there and really be out there, I would have got killed because it was too much jealousy. I would have killed somebody because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
certain the way my mind set up. It's certain things that can't happen to me and I be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah. I
can't shoot at
understand.
me and we be cool. Like no, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
the way my
Yeah.
mind works. So I get it, but the rap music had an influence on me too because I didn't grow up listening to rap music. My uncles introduced me to rap music. I
Oh,
was
really? I
listening
didn't
to
know that.
I was listening to like Backstreet Boys and stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was lame.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was a Disney kid. You know what I'm saying? I was like a
Okay.
Disney
Okay.
kid.
Okay.
I grew up in the church and everything. And
Man.
I just my innocence just got took away, you know, and I just started doing but I always had that foundation and I feel like that's what kind of saved me too. I kind of fell back on my foundation once I got a
Understand.
little older.
Now, let me ask you this: like, what made you want to start rapping? Because at one point you was rapping, you know.
Man, I love music, man. Like
Okay.
I couldn't sing, so it was over with for that. And
Right.
I grew up in church listening to that music, man. Like I'm addicted to music. Like it
Right.
ain't even
Right.
gotta
Nothing
be
wrong with
rap.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Nothing
just
wrong with that.
like
Yeah.
I got like that's why I'm doing a podcast because I gotta be doing something creative, you know. You
Right.
might see
Right. Right.
videos of me acting like I'm singing with the music playing and stuff, but that's because I got a love for music. You know, it's just like,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah,
And I can say, man, I remember a few of your songs. I don't remember them word for word, but man, you was lyrical, bro. You really was. Like,
yeah.
and I remember telling Tyrone, it, it was all a joke, you know, because you remember when y'all was in the group, y'all had the group,
Yeah, we had the
and
purple stuff. The
yeah,
purple stuff,
and I
yeah.
kind of think when it was kind of like you was going to do your own thing, or you was getting out the group,
Yeah.
and we were just at work. I was like, man, bro, James was the hardest one y'all had, bro. I said, man, he gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? And I was joking, but at the same time, bro, I really felt like you was lyrical. Like if you would have really just
Dang, bro.
put the grind behind it, I
Yeah.
think you would have went. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
Yeah.
appreciate that, bro. That's one of them things where like I understand how older people like wasn't a football player, but they had the
Mm-hmm.
talent. Like, man, I be feeling like that. And I stopped chasing it. I ain't stopped chasing it until I got to college. I didn't understand how to go past just recording a song and giving it to somebody. I ain't understand like
Okay.
how to market myself and how much you really gotta put yourself out there. And
Okay.
I do feel like I feel like I feel like if in parallel universes somewhere I'm J. Cole and J. Cole me or something. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever made it and
Right.
did man.
Right.
Like I feel like I switched. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
like
Because I feel like you was on like a J. Cole level, like your lyrics is
yeah, I
what I'm
was on
saying.
it. I was on it. And
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
it. And I'm glad
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I'm glad I didn't make it all the way, but like I'm kinda glad because I feel like I wouldn't have I don't know how what would have
Would have
happened if
turned
I
out.
would have made it, you know? And the decisions I
Yeah.
probably would have had to make and stuff like and then me having that
Yeah.
much money and people pissing me off back at home, I might welcome.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
glad I ain't even have to go to that. You know what I'm saying? I might get mad and get somebody
Right.
knocked out. So
Right.
I'm I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude. I got a good, a good heart, but I do get spiteful, bro. Because I feel like I
Yeah.
don't do nothing to nobody. So if you do me wrong, I take it personally. And
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of us, bro. If you cross us like that, like we want to take it there. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And like I would view some things like that. Like, man, somebody crossed me, like, bro, I really just wanna just get down on you. But at the same time, it's like, man, bro, I got kids. You know. I remember, bro, a little while back, one of my sisters had gotten into a situation, and I could have went and done something to avenge. Oh man, you done my sister wrong. But then I thought about it. I was like, man, I got 4 daughters, bro. Like, who gonna by
man,
you
yeah,
choosing to be with this crazy guy, and I go over here and avenge whatever you got into, who gonna raise my 4 daughters? You know?
yeah,
So it's kind of like you gotta step back and like, man, hold up. You know, is this smart? Is this not smart? You know what I'm saying?
and and
So
that's why, and that's why rap music so powerful because you can find a song that kind of match your situation and leads you
yeah.
to like crash it out. Man, you gotta be
And put you
careful,
in that mode. Yeah,
man.
man, for real. For
Real
real,
talk.
for real. Yeah.
Especially if you mixing it with drugs and stuff, it'll throw you off, man.
Man, what you say? Yep, for real. You get to drinking and smoking, and then you put
Hmm.
that lyric, that music out. Yeah, man, it'll take you there. It sure will take you there if you allow it to.
Yeah. Do you allow your kids to listen to rap music?
As of right now, I got babies, so
Hmm.
as far as
It
they
ain't
just
kind.
listen
You
to
ain't had to
kitty
hit that
stuff.
struggle yet.
Yeah, but I believe, like, if I have teenagers in this generation and they listening to uh songs, you know what, bro? I'm glad you said that. I remember being in I don't know what grade we was in, and I don't know if you remember this song, but it was a song. It was this girl singing a song. It was saying the girl was talking about her daddy in the song, that her daddy never raised, her daddy never been there. Bruh, man, I forgot how the lyrics went, but I
Mm.
remember our parents being gone and my sister playing that song. And I'm saying to myself, man, our daddy wasn't like that. If I would have came home and heard my daughter playing that song, oh, your stereo going in the trash.
You would have felt
Because
the
now
way, huh?
because you influenced by this music and I don't treat you like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the song they got out now, F my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sexy
Bro, if my
red.
if my wife if my wife riding around here jamming that song, I'm like, hold up, bro, I ain't your baby daddy, I'm your husband, and this how you feel about me? We gonna have a problem.
You know
You know
what?
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know
Right,
that's crazy
right.
because it's like all the girls I kind of dated, they was more like R&B, Rihanna, but
Okay,
I mean they ain't
okay.
have just a lot of they wasn't a lot of sexy red. I mean they had Trina and stuff, but like
It
to
wasn't big like that
yeah,
though.
like if I pull up and
Yeah,
you bumping sexy red and all this, it's gonna turn me off a little bit. You know, we might still, you know, I wouldn't take you serious, put it that way. But that's just me
okay.
being judgmental, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I'm like, nah, she for the streets, you know.
Right.
I gotta
And look,
move accordingly.
since you said that, like you'll be scrolling through TikTok, and you'll see these girls, bro, like a nurse or something like that,
Yeah,
or you can tell they kind of grew up privileged, but they know word for word NBA YoungBoy. They know lyric for lyric. They pointing their hand at the camera like they shooting a gun and all this, and it's like, and it's insane because, like I say, when we was coming up, bro, it wasn't that many, female rappers or
yeah,
or rappers that the women really rolled around just bobbing their head to.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, man, this is a whole nother generation.
Oh, different man.
Yeah.
They wilding.
Oh yeah, they wildin',
They
bro.
wilding, and it's I mean, I can't. It just feel like they grow up slower. They grow up faster and slower at the same time. It's like
Okay.
they know a lot, but they don't know a lot. Like they
Yeah.
they they worldly, but they ain't got a lot of common sense or just like survival skills or whatever. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's different.
Yeah.
And you be like, dang, that's how you think. It's like that's how you see the world. Like man, but I mean, it's younger parents. Church
It
not
is
really
younger.
a big deal no more. You know. Um,
And I think fatherless homes too, man. I think that play a big part in it.
yeah.
I, I
I
really
gotta do something on fatherless homes, man.
yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do.
Like you like if you talk about somebody that versus like that didn't grow up with a father in the house, like get their perspective and also get somebody's perspective who grew up with a father. Like, you grew up with your dad in the house, so that'd be
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
because it can show you how it can really impact a young man coming up,
yeah.
And like
Just
I said, yeah, it can really show you how it can impact a young man.
because that's kind of who taking the place. The rappers. That's who people
The
dealing
rappers,
with.
because
Yeah.
yeah, that's who they looking up to, and
That's
like
who
I
they
say, they
big
lead
brother
them.
is or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it is funny, bro. I watched this little clip. It was this young man. I say he was about 22, 23. It was him, some 30-year-olds, and like a 50-year-old. And the guy, they were saying he stole something, and the 50-year-old had kind of hit him in the face a couple times. He was like, "Come on, bro, I never steal from you, man. You my OG. Why would I do you like that?" But
Yeah,
it's like you can tell that young man did not have a father figure, and he was looking up to that 50-year-old man as his father figure,
yeah.
and the 50-year-old man was chastising him for something he didn't even do. And you can tell that's just a product of somebody who didn't have a daddy at home.
Yeah, cause your daddy gonna tell you, boy, I yeah. Are you
Yeah.
do you feel like you gonna be able to protect your children mind from rap?
No, I'm not. No, because see, like I say, when it's like, and I believe like a lot of parents today are delusional because they think, oh, I'm my child's best friend. They're gonna tell me everything, and I tell people this all the time. You will be the fourth or fifth when your child get of age, like a teenage stage. You're gonna
Yeah,
be the fourth or fifth person to know something. Their best friend gonna know first, a few more friends, then they gonna know you. Right now I have daughters. Now my wife tell me all the time that I'm hard on my daughters, but I know the world is hard. So, and I already know when my daughters get their car, get their freedom, they're gonna do some of the things I told them not to do.
yeah, yeah.
Right. And I know, and I hate to say this because people be like, well, man, you don't want to cast this over your kids by saying it. I got 4 daughters. If one of my daughters get pregnant as like 18 or 17 or something, I'm not gonna be the first one that gonna come home and say, Dad, I'm pregnant. Their
No,
best
no,
friend will know.
no.
Their best friend will know. 2 more of their friends will know. Then mom and daddy gonna know.
Yeah,
And like I say, parents are delusional, but they feel as though their kids gonna tell them everything first. I'm already prepared for a lot of this because again, I watched how a lot of kids grew up hiding stuff from their parents. So, and you're a
yeah.
kid, man. So you don't have to figure it out. You're a kid. So I know some of the things you're gonna do. you know,
Yeah, you gonna do something stupid. I
yeah,
did
and
it.
you're gonna hide it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. And I teach my girls. If you tell me the truth, you're not in trouble. If you lie to me, oh, you in trouble.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you let your child be a rapper?
If I had a son and he tell me he want to be a rapper, I would ask him, "What are you gonna be rapping about?"
Okay.
And if he say, "Well, man, I'm gonna rap about something positive," cool, man, I support it. Or if you
Okay.
say, "Man, I'm gonna rap about drugs and murder," I'll be like, "Well, son, that's your decision. I still love you, but I don't support that." You know,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm not gonna cast him out, but I'm gonna let him know, bro, I don't support that because you didn't grow up in that environment. you know,
And I like that though. I like the fact that you know you like you say you're not gonna cast them out, but you're gonna let them know
Mm-mm.
I don't support that. I think that's no, I don't think that's the move for you, but that's
Yeah.
your choice. You're gonna be your own
And,
man.
and I want to say this too, but I'm not trying to take over your podcast.
Nah, you
But
good.
like, you will have, like, for instance, like if one of my kids, and I've watched people hide their kids' sexuality, like like if you got a son that's gay, if you got a daughter that's gay, they kind of hide it.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm
yeah,
not, I'm not gonna hide my kids from the world so somebody else can be comfortable, so I can be comfortable. And I said this
yeah,
before, I say it again. If my son grow up and he turn out to be a drunk hanging out in front of the liquor store, every time I ride past him, I'm gonna hit the horn. Hey, son, it's my drunk son. Boy, I hope he get it together.
yeah.
I'm gonna do everything I can to help you, but whatever my kids want to grow up to be, man, I love you. If it's positive, I'm gonna support you. If it's not positive, I still love you, but I ain't support you. and that's something I'm standing on. Like whatever if you decided to be gay or you decided to rob banks, or man, I love you, but I ain't fixing to support you if it's not positive, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, man. I ain't know how you would be with that, because I watched some of your videos, so I was like, man, I know you got like a strong mind. You got like a masculine approach to things, and I was like, when you said the way you said it about music, I was like, okay, so he probably would do that if his son was gay too. Like you wouldn't, your beliefs would still be your beliefs, but like you said, you wouldn't hide them from the world. You wouldn't disown them and stuff like that. And I think that's great, man, because a lot of men, bro, if they son turn out, or if any of their kids turn out, a different sexuality than from their parents, it's a hard road for them. Like I know a child that was been gay ever since I knew him, and I didn't know that he was struggling with his parents not accepting him until like maybe about a year ago. I did not know that. I was like, man, and I ain't gonna say their name or nothing like that, but it just threw me off though. Like, dang, I didn't know. Like, you was like, it's been noticeable. It been like, I never knew that it was. I thought it was accepted because he was so flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was accepted.
Right.
Never
and
knew.
I don't see why you would cash your kids out, because this is how I see it, bro. This is how I see it. Like when I get 80 or 90, like if my kids ain't gonna help me, like who gonna help me? And what if my children say, if all four of if I don't have, like, my wife's currently pregnant now with our fifth child. We don't know what it is.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate that, man. But if all four of my daughters, if I'm so hard on them, y'all didn't go to school, y'all had kids before you got married, you ain't going to church, I don't want nothing to do with you. And I know people like this. Bro, when I get 70 or 80 years old, I can't expect them kids to, well, Daddy, we still love you. Nah, it's going to be, man, look, you ain't care for us, we don't care for you. So, I'm going to still love my kids. I'm still going to support them. I mean, whatever. If I have a son and my son turn out to be gay, son, I still love you. Your boyfriend ain't hanging out around the house now. Your sister's boyfriend can hang out around the house. But Daddy, I'm getting married. I'm having a wedding. Son, look, I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to give you some cash, but I ain't coming to your wedding. I stand on what I stand on, but I still love you. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, bro.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is, yeah.
Do you like or listen to Christian rap?
At one point I was listening to D1, Lecrae, Jizzle, God Over Money Records, Corey Paul, Reconcile. At one point I was, but then, like I say, I got to the point where this cool. It's trying to glorify God, because some of it is still kind of talk to the guy in the streets, man, change your life. And it got to the point like, man, this ain't really, nothing wrong with it, but it's not moving my life forward, So that's when I kind of started listening to podcasts and, guys that own businesses that, change my life for the better.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm on. I'm not really a music head, right? At this moment, like that's really not in my playlist no more at this point,
Yeah, podcasts, interviews, and stuff like that is really taking over, man. That's the move. I mean, I think it's been a move for like certain people. I think Black people are getting more into podcasts and doing different things, having talks, having discussions, and I think that's good. I haven't been into Christian rap either, though. I ain't gonna say I can't listen to it, but I be seeing stuff pop up on my little feeds and stuff, and I be like, bro, y'all doing everything, but like it's so close to the real thing or the other thing. It's like, I can't. It's hard for me to like take it serious,
You'll see him, bro. You'll see him with the gold, with the chains, with the diamond teeth.
Yeah, like, you might have well.
It's like y'all on the you on the same thing. To me, I look at some of that, and maybe I'm wrong for saying this. I look at some of that like, well, he couldn't make it as a regular rapper, so he came on this side.
Yeah,
make.
yeah.
You know?
Hey, I feel it. Do your thing, get your money, bro. But yeah, that's what it be
Right,
looking like.
right.
Like, I'm gonna just hit this
Uh-huh.
lane, and if I sound decent, they can't just turn me down because I'm rapping about God, So it's like,
Right, right. Yeah, and that's another reason I kind of just, got away from it, right? Because it's like, man, I'm always just turn the real stuff on, man. Because y'all using a beat, you know what
mm.
I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Well, I'm getting to the last question. Well, I got one more after this, but
Oh, you good, bro?
do you think God will forgive or destroy rap music or forgive black people for creating rap music? I don't know.
Do I feel? You say, do I feel God forgive black people for making the music? I believe it comes down to a individual person. Like you can't. I don't think God going to judge everybody as a whole on his final decision on what's what. Like
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like if I was a big rapper and I come to God with a repentant heart, boom, he'll forgive me for that. If the next person that he'll forgive the next person for it. But as a whole, I'm not gonna say he won't judge the whole hip hop community as a whole, but I think as an individual person would turn their life to Christ and come to him, yeah, he'll forgive each one of them as they come. I do believe that. That's what his word says, and his word say he can't lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think God hate rap music?
Do I think he hate rap music? The negative rap music, yeah, I think he dislike it. And not only rap music, he dislike a lot of things us humans do. And I believe he's just giving us space and time to repent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mess with that, man. That's all I got for you, man. It was a good talk, man. I gotta get you back on here.
Yeah, man, most definitely. It was an awesome talk, bro. Awesome talk, man. And like I said, bro, I'm a lock in on your stuff, man, because bro, it be long days on that mower, bro. So I be having,
Yeah,
I run out of podcasts, and I had to listen to something. You know what I'm
yeah. There you go,
saying?
man. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, most
You got
definitely,
any
man. Keep doing your thing.
you got any closing remarks or anything you want to promote before I let you go?
Y'all can check my Facebook page, Micah Gibson. But y'all really wanted to hear me talk and all that. Y'all can go to Gibson's Lawn Service on YouTube. I put a lot of some motivational videos out, some videos out on how to start a business, and some stuff it just be funny stuff, just me ranting. But
Yeah.
other than that, man, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. Okay. Well, look, man. It was good to have you, man. I definitely have you back on.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.